Yes, good evening, everybody. How are you? Good? Okay, wonderful. Yeah, so we refresh our refuge practice in Guru Buddha Dhamma Sangha. Then try to uh, understand whatever reason that that you have witnessed through your faith or through learning Buddha's teachings. Those qualities in Guru, Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, or those enlightened qualities, such as those immeasurable, altruistic qualities. Then that makes you inspired to become just like them. Then in order to do that, one need to travel on the spiritual path towards enlightenment. And the first step to actualize the most perfected state of enlightenment, just like the Guru, Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, is the inspirational motivation, the inspirational altruistic motivation, the bodhicitta motivation. And that will, let's say, step the first, how to say, start the first step, traveling, towards that goal, the resultant refuge within yourself, your own, the state of Guru, Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha. See, so yeah, so please you reflect on that. Then we recite the refuge and bodhicitta prayer. Then after that, I will recite prayer, salutation to Guru Shakyamuni Buddha, and then to lineage gurus like His Holiness the Dalai Lama. Then after that, recite the four immeasurable prayers. Sangye Jedan Zoye Jona La Janjo Bado Dane Jazonje Daye Jeje Jebe Zonamai Dola Benje Sangye Robarai Jo Sangye Jedan Zoye Jona La Janjo Bado Dane Jazon Daye Jeje Jebe Zonam Je Dola Benje Zanje Drubarai Jo Zanje Jedan Zoye Jona La Janjo Bado Dan Daye Jeje Jebe Zonam Je Dola Benje Zanje Drubarai Jo Gange dozene zone dawa damje pambejere dambe june denzebe godam de la cha ze lo tongni ni je zondo jobe lama zeje zeje ganje dende ge chana bemo denze jazo la so wa debzo da yu jinge lo Semje damje dewa dan dewe gyu dan dembra gyu je semje damje dunga dan dunga je gyu dan dawa gyu je semje damje dunga mebe dewa dan mi dawa gyu je semje damje nire ja dan ni dan dawe dan nyon la nebra gyu roji semje damje dewa dan dewe gyu dan dembra gyu je semje damje dunga dan dunga je gyu dan dawa gyu je semje damje dunga mebe dewa dan mi dawa gyu je semje damje nire ja dan Yedan Dave Danyola Nebra Juroji, Zenje Danje Dewadan, Deve Judan Dembra Juji, Zenje Danje Dunga, Dunga Judan Rawa Juji, Zenje Damje Dunga Mebe Dewadan Midawa Juji, Senje danje nyeri jada nye dandawe danyo la ne barai gyoro. Thank you. Oh yeah. Okay. So the subject for tonight is on the immeasurable of love. Yeah. So we are having these 4 sessions based on the topic on the 4 immeasurable thought or 4 immeasurable practice. And the last session, we had a short conversation or short teaching on the immeasurable of equanimity. So today, on the immeasurable of love. So the 4 immeasurables are the immeasurable of love, immeasurable of compassion, immeasurable of empathetic joy, then immeasurable of equanimity. And as I mentioned in the last session, that even though the fourth one in the writing is it occurred at the last, but in the cultivation of training or the practice, then the fourth one go first. Then the first and the second, immeasurable love and compassion, can be trained in either sequence. Either you can train in immeasurable love first, then after that immeasurable compassion, or you can train in immeasurable compassion first, then train in immeasurable love. Then the third one, empathetic joy, is very much the objective of the earlier 3 immeasurable practice, the empathetic joy. The greatest extent of the empathetic joy is entire numberless sentient beings a state of full enlightenment. So that is the ultimate, the achievement of the purpose of, or the objective of empathetic joy, which is also the objective of all the 4 immeasurable trainings. So the immeasurable here it can also understand in the number, if that explanation, based on the object on the basis of object of the training of the immeasurable thoughts, then if the explanation based on the subject, the mind, then it's not talking about the volume, the object, the numberless sentient beings. It is very much the heart, the expressions of love, expressions of compassion, without being biased, or expressions of love, expression of compassion, free of the partial attitude. So from the subject point of view, even for one person, when you express love, that can turn into an immeasurable love. If that love is expressed free of 3 partial attitude. Mm. Mm. Oh, then the definition of love, uh, the heart, uh, abiding, abiding sentient beings in happiness or causing sentient beings in happiness. Uh, then that has three level of trainings. The first one is you train in thought. You train in expressing in the wishes, wishing to abide sentient beings in happiness and wishing to cause uh, sentient beings in happiness. Then the second one is on the basis of that aspirational attitude, then you engage, abiding sentient beings in happiness and causing causes and conditions for sentient being to experience happiness. Then thirdly, uh, uh, you actualize the complete the purpose of the empathetic love, which is which abide sentient being on unexhaustible happiness. By so abiding sentient beings in unexhaustible happiness, which is the state of liberation, state of enlightenment, so like that. So now here the meaning of immeasurable, the meaning of love, and the cultivation of the three steps of cultivation of that training, training in immeasurable love. So now, if we want to discuss immeasurable love based on object, then at this very moment, as a beginner like myself, have no ability to abide every single sentient beings in the state of happiness. I don't have ability. I don't even have ability to abide just a group of people in this room in the state of happiness. So even though I don't have the ability to abide all of you in the state of happiness, but I have ability to cause each and every one of you to actualize happiness. That's what you see. So now, in the training or in the cultivation of immeasurable love to numberless sentient beings, how wonderful that if we can directly abide them, cause and abide them in this, put them in the experience of happiness. If not, we don't have to feel, helpless. We don't have to feel, guilt of unable to help. We don't have to feel, no meaning of these expressions of immeasurable love. We don't have to feel that. Because we are still capable and we can right there help to create causes to each and every single numberless sentient beings for them to experience happiness in the future, all the way up to the happiness of full enlightenment. Make sense? So now, so the earlier one, I already given an example. I'm the clearest example. I cannot cause, first of all, I cannot abide myself also in fully state of happiness. No way I can able to put you into position of fully in happiness, isn't it? But then, but then I can create the causes for my future happiness, which is cultivation of Dharma, cultivation of love itself. Just simply wishing, just simply aspiring, may I actualize the most perfected happiness of enlightenment. And that alone, helping me tremendously, causing me, letting me to accumulate, to enjoy all those happiness all the way up to enlightenment. So my my expressions of love is very much altruistic, because even though the object is me alone, but I express that wishes all the way up to a state of full enlightenment. So as long as you vision for enlightenment, full enlightenment, and that is without any choice, is so beneficial for the rest of the numberless sentient beings. You see, unlikely than just actualizing the state of nirvana, because of the characteristic of the enlightened state, which will only actualize, whether directly mentioning or not, it is ultimately is for the benefit of numberless sentient beings, ultimate happiness, enlightenment, you see. So anyway, then dedicating myself, my body, speech, and mind, engaging in virtuous conduct like recitation of Om Mani Padme Hum, doing prostrations, then generations of love. All this will help me to create causes for my future happiness. And that I'm capable to do, you see. So now, similar way, I can do that to each and every one of you. I recite Om Mani Padme Hum, I dedicate the merit to each and every one of your enlightenment, your temporary happiness up to the ultimate happiness of enlightenment. That I'm capable. And whether you want or not, I can still insert in you. Whether you want or not, you still get the share. You see, because of the power of the altruistic intention, and the power of the karma. Since I'm dedicating to you that form of action, that the benefit that that you receive, without choice. You see, if I think negatively about you, without choice, in some way, somehow, you received negative impact, negative energy, negative impact. You see, so therefore, so today I tried my best to talk the only positive side. So the negative side, as much as how the positive cultivation, when you dedicate to someone, it affects, it affects someone's experiences, just a matter of time. Similar way, all the negative creation, when you dedicate to someone, also will affect negatively, just a matter of time. You see, unless you purified, otherwise the consequences will happen. So now you see, we have capability to accumulate verbal virtues, the physical virtues, like circumambulations, prostrations, making offerings, etc. All this, if you dedicate for the cause of numberless sentient beings, enlightenment, in the aspirations of immeasurable of love, simply by wanting entire numberless sentient beings to abide in the happiness of enlightenment. And then you create all those virtues and you dedicate for them. So you are causing, you are, yeah, you are contributing the causes and conditions for their happiness. So as long as your dedication is without leaving out, any want, and without contaminated by the three partial attitudes, then that practice become the practice of immeasurable love, or the practice of unlimited love. And this practice is a very forceful causes for us to eventually develop bodhicitta, altruism, and that will lead us to actualize full enlightenment. And once you become enlightened, then you become, you can directly cause or rest of the numberless sentient beings, according with their mental disposition, happiness after happiness, even to the one that who's most crucial, who's most cruel, even to the one that who completely, drown the life into only negative, like constant causing life of others, etc. Even that one is not left out. Even for that one, once you actualize the state of Buddhahood, that you have the tool, or the blessings that which can liberate even that person, in accordance with the mental disposition, by providing the blessings of the Buddha and according with the mental dispositions of that being, you see. So, so like that. So now, can you practice this marvelous practice of immeasurable, unbiased love, focusing on one person? Because usually, I would say, in our ordinary life, we have like family, children's, parents. So, and you naturally express love to them. And sometimes we may doubt, maybe that is biased love. And in most cases, it is a biased love, because we are unable to express that similar kind of love to the enemy. From there, it's very clear it's a biased love. But still, we can turn, that expressions of love to your loved one into an immeasurable love. So how that is possible? And that can be possible simply expressing, even though the act of relating love to one person, only to your loved one, say your children, and that can be expressed through a pure heart. Uh, you know, you see. So the pure heart, you have to design the intention. It's not this, the spontaneous affection to your children that all the parents quite sure have, the spontaneous love to your children. But most of that love may be very much underlined by self-cherishing attitude or attachment, grasping. As long as there's attachment, grasping, then that naturally has the element of aversion, an element of what's negligent, the ignorant, an element of aversion. And if you test, then while you have expressing that full genuine love to your children, suddenly someone come and maybe suddenly someone throw a stone on your window, and without any kind of hesitation, you will shout. You will get upset because someone throws stone to your glass. But if you have designed before you express that love to your child as an unbiased love, then if you encounter any of the other kind of beings who disturb you or to whom you don't know, if they are in the position needed the same kind of expressions of love that you are expressing to your child, that you will be able to do so. And that's very hard. But that can be done. So, so how to get to that position that where you can express your genuine love to your child, at the same time it is altruistic love, it is immeasurable love. For that, it requires some understanding and some meditation or training to see the faults of aversion, see the faults of ignorance, so that in any situation that to anybody that you will not express, because expressions of aversion against the love, expressions of aversion to anyone against the principle of love, even though they are not your child, but in actual fact they are in the same position as like your child. They only will appreciate love, they do not appreciate your scolding. They aspire only happiness equal as your child. They do not aspire any kind of negative doing a negative relation with anyone else, you see. So from that point of view, they are equal. See. Then also this reasoning of everyone equal, on the basis of the equanimity that we have learned before. As long as that is stable, then that itself become a reason. That itself is the way to design, that your love to your child become an immeasurable love. Because you understand every single being It's every single being. That they need, the love, the similar kind of love. If someone requesting the similar kind of care, what you are providing for your child, that you are absolutely ready, to do so. So makes sense. So the earlier one is easy, as long as you express love to all sentient beings. That's easy to understand. It's because the numberless sentient being, and that become immeasurable. But the second one, you have to rationalize in order to make sense that also can become immeasurable love. If we get to the point that you can make the energy that you spend expressing love to your loved one as an immeasurable love, they're going to be marvelous. They're going to be great practice, because everybody do express love to your loved one. Maybe start with yourself. Everybody loves yourself, isn't it? Can you turn the love that you express to yourself as immeasurable love, altruistic love? Can you do so? If you give the similar reason, as I mentioned before, maybe my English maybe not really clear, but I think if you edit my English, I think can make very clear. So now what I'm trying to do here is, try to prove that that love to yourself also become immeasurable love, and they're going to be marvelous. They're going to be so wonderful. Then our life not going to waste anymore. Our life going to be very much like the life of the Bodhisattvas. And whenever we get opportunity to express love to more than yourself, you can do. If you don't have, if you are not in a physically that not in the position, then at least you train within yourself. Then, so that way, truly life going to be so meaningful, and we can practice the immeasurable love so easily. So my understanding, as long as before you express the love to yourself, let's say an example, love to yourself, carrying the altruistic motivation, even just that can be good enough to be immeasurable love, in my understanding. Maybe later we can debate. You start to think what is not enough there. For me, I feel this is enough. Like for the benefit of numberless sentient beings' enlightenment, I want myself to be very happy. For the benefit of numberless sentient beings' enlightenment, you find every single resources to sustain happiness in you. Why not, isn't it? There's nothing wrong with that, isn't it? It's wonderful, isn't it? So that motivation alone, your actions of expressions of love, even though it's one person yourself, that didn't become selfish love. That in fact is an altruistic love. Because while you are caring for yourself, you're caring for the benefit of the rest of the numberless sentient beings. So therefore, as long as we design correct motivation at this very moment, I will have a hard time to express love to my enemy, so-called as enemy. At least I don't waste my time with this precious practice that I express to myself. Then slowly, then I expand to the rest of my family. Then slowly, then to those problem makers. Why not, isn't it? So this is one thing. The second thing that when I think about it, what makes sense to me to make even just the expression love to yourself become altruistic love is to genuinely understand the faults of the three partial attitude. Then there's no delusion of aversion, the delusion of basically your heart become absolutely pure, just simply, pure sense of yourself wanting happiness on the basis of understanding the disadvantage of my anger and the rest of the delusions. But I find without understanding the faults of the three partial attitude and just simply expressing love to yourself, my understanding cannot become pure love, beneficial love, or you can even say the immeasurable love. You see, because there's no element of being immeasurable. So to make this virtuous heart of love, to make it vast, that directly or indirectly, that you need to relate to the rest of the sentient beings, whether you are mentioning the numbers of the sentient beings or not. But as long as you avoid, as long as you know the disadvantage or the limitations of aversion and ignorance and attachment and grasping, that naturally take care, that naturally, reframe yourself. Any action you do, will never to cause harm to anyone. That include, whether you mention or not, that include every single sentient being. So on the basis of that, then you express one virtuous heart, which is the love, even though it may be just to yourself. My understanding, this becomes immeasurable love. So just like our usual way, just loving yourself, I find there's no reason to be immeasurable love. And that may be very much, underlined by self-cherishing attitude or attachment. You see, so there's some degree of meditation required, some degree of deep thinking required. You see, another reason is, in order to express this unusual kind of virtue to us in our normal, the samsaric habitual mind, which are the immeasurable love, immeasurable compassion, etc. You really need to have a very deep meaning in order to expose as an immeasurable virtue. You see, the usual contaminated love is very much like expression of attachment, and that is that is very spontaneous. That sounds like wow, but when you research, deeper level, there's nothing to wow. It's quite filthy. The more deeper you research, it becomes more and more filthy. So because of that, in order to become immeasurable love, you really have to, build, from very in depth, with the valid reasonings, etc. And those reasonings are as mentioned before, either seeing the faults of the delusion, or either seeing the positive, like the equal, the nature of the sentient being, the equal nature of the sentient being. What the sentient being equally want and what do not want. So on the basis of that, then you train yourself, expressing the love to yourself and your loved ones. So that way, I think, can become immeasurable love. Yeah. So something like that. So now, you see, there's a two-part, in the prayer, wishing sentient beings to be, may sentient beings abide in happiness and the causes of happiness. So there's a two-part. So abiding happiness. So in the name of, for the benefit of numberless sentient beings, then you abide your children in the happiness state. So that can become immeasurable love. For the benefit of numberless sentient beings. Right at this very moment, one is not capable to abide all sentient beings in the happiness, isn't it? So let's say if your little boy wants ice cream, then for the benefit of, you design your mind for the benefit of numberless sentient beings, from temporary happiness up to the ultimate happiness, enlightenment. I get the ice cream and make my son happy. So you abide your son in the happiness. Even though that happiness is, from the nature of the happiness, is a temporary happiness, but because of your reason of expressing, causing, the objective is, the objective from your side, from the subject side, makes that act become the act of immeasurable love. Even though it's just your son, just buying one ice cream alone. Why not, isn't it? Makes sense? So then, so every gathering of comfort to your family member, if we can turn that into a cultivation of immeasurable love, then it's going to be amazing virtue. Then our ordinary life become extraordinary. I think in the Mahayanic Dharma, I think we have capability to do that, both in Sutra and Tantra. You see, and I think wonderful to know, and wonderful to start to transform, all our ordinary activities into our marvelous altruistic activities. So that way, someone tirelessly working as a mother, then your life is no different than the Bodhisattvas. Your life is so meaningful. Someone tirelessly doing job to provide the necessities for the family. That is journey towards enlightenment. That is the deeds of altruism. And you create unbelievable merit, like Nagarjuna in the precious garland. Praise the expressions of love. He says, you prepare the merit from preparing 300 pot of cooked food and provide 3 times daily, comparing the fractions of love, the merit from the fractions of love is, numberless times higher, greater. Then similar in Shantideva have expressed that, and even with the common sense, we can understand how powerful, how beneficial the love is. If someone genuinely, unconditionally express love to you, how appreciative, how heart-touching, how beneficial it's going to be. So now here you are expressing that to the cause of numberless sentient beings' well-being, and how amazing it's going to be. And if you can able to, express that, directly to the rest of the numberless sentient being, or at least, in a motivationally, like your daily responsibilities for the cause of numberless sentient beings. You're wanting numberless sentient beings to be abide in the happiness, and may the generation of, that your responsibility to your family become a cause from temporary happiness to ultimate happiness of the entire numberless sentient being. How powerful it's going to be, you see. There are so many formless beings that who has capability to see your heart. You see, more than a human being. Human beings are extraordinary compared to many other creatures, but human beings has so much limitations, in particularly to see our mind. See, the numberless spirits out there, they can see what you think. It's a numberless. Human is just 7 billion. Those other beings are numberless. So you dedicate entire your family duty, for the cause of all these beings' happiness, and they know that you are doing that. How much benefit that they will receive right there, instantly. In fact, instantly you are causing them happiness. You are abiding them into happiness. That happiness is not the ultimate one, but at least happiness. At least not suffering of suffering. You see, at least it's a joy. So at least you provide temporary happiness. So, and even that temporary happiness become a condition for those beings to gradually develop, gradually, have resources to gather the meritorious causes eventually that deliver, the ultimate happiness of enlightenment. You see, so so therefore, all our ordinary works can take on to path to enlightenment by engaging the practice of immeasurable love. So that's what I understand. So that way, you see, there's so much joy. At least yourself bring so much joy. Even though the work is very hard, but you don't, you yourself is very much influenced more by the good energy of love. So that way, there's a joyous effort, in serving your family members. You see, so all the rest of the act become virtue because of the intention. So, so like that. Then, also in our day-to-day life, we can cultivate this practice of immeasurable love, even to those strangers and the enemies. We may not able to directly cause them, even a temporary joy, but we can cause them to accumulate causes for future happiness. So, which is the moment you see any being, then we integrate, our body, speech, and mind in virtuous practices. Then dedicate, to dedicate for their temporary happiness after ultimate happiness, enlightenment. So you see, when you drive, you see so many peoples, or like you drive at a bit out of city, animals, kangaroos, cows. So you express your immeasurable love to them, just at least by saying, "O mani padme hum." The moment you see that cow, may that cow, if you can motivate, why not? If not, you just recite "O mani padme hum," then may this be cause for this cow to experience from temporary happiness after the ultimate happiness, enlightenment. You see, and that is your expressions of immeasurable love. So you can do that to your pets, so we can practice immeasurable love all the time, and the merit, the benefit that ourselves, what receive is immeasurable, unbelievable. Just what what Nagarjuna says, like that. So then, if someone, like in the job place or even while walking on the street, if someone just scold you, then you generate immeasurable love to the person who disturbed you. You see, understanding the faults of the delusions, understanding, the consequences of that person behaving negatively towards you, knowing, the suffering consequences. So you generate so much compassion. Or here you generate, today I better stick with love. you generate, you do not want, that person to. So in here now maybe you can relate this. So in this kind of situation, you see, compassion, first compassion comes, isn't it? When someone harming you, may you be happy. It's a bit difficult, isn't it? Even you understand all the faults of delusion, and may still you be happy. It's a bit difficult, isn't it? So rather, say, knowing the consequences of the delusion, consequences of those negative act, then know that this will bring suffering for him. So you do not want that person to suffer. You see. So then on the basis of that, then if you are still focusing on the training of immeasurable love, then now you say, okay, I want to cause this person. I want to cause this person happiness. You see, so you generate just even the expressions of love. Then you dedicate the merit, or you recite some mantras, whatever mantras or sutra, whatever you recite. Then you dedicate the merit for this person to actualize temporary happiness after the ultimate happiness with enlightenment. So even with the enemy, that we can train our heart in immeasurable love.
Shouldn't you transform your mind first before you do that?
Transform your mind.
You're meeting other people, you don't know how they feel, how they react to you.
No, that has to be depend on the situation. If the person is, that's why if the person is, may cause physical harm to you, then you don't have to you don't have to get near to the person. You can still use your speech and your heart. So you can recite mantra. You don't even have to look at him. You just go your own way, but you think of him, and you recite the mantra. You dedicate. So of course you have to be careful, based on the situation. You see, even certain things can be so beneficial, but people have to be ready to receive the benefit. If you are carrying very powerful relics or mantra, you say you are so angry and I want to bless you. And it's so powerful. No, you're going to get into big trouble. So even you're carrying a relic so powerful, this so powerful mantra, sutra, you just have to ignore the person physically, but your heart, completely focus on this person, wanting this person to be free from suffering and wanting this person to abide in happiness. So right now, no way I can calm him, no way I can bring peace of mind, you see, but I at least can cause him for future happiness. And that is through contributing the merit of what I accumulate for him by dedicating that. So you see, so this is the immeasurable prayer. May all sentient beings abide in happiness and the causes of happiness. So you can at least, create the causes of happiness of other sentient beings. And this, I think, we can do all the time in anywhere to everybody. You see, so so in a practical level, what I'm trying to say is that in the practice of immeasurable love, if you cannot cause happiness directly, no need to worry. You can at least contribute causes for their future happiness. You cannot abide them into happiness right now, no worries, because circumstances doesn't allow it. But you still, can cause abundance, can contribute abundance of causes for their future happiness, which is through dedication and through motivation and through virtues, whatever virtues that you accumulate, dedicating that in the name of that person. And we can do that to rest of the numberless sentient beings, even those who are like terrorists, those who are causing life all the time, harming others, even those who are in the Vajra hell, wherever they may be, as long as they are sentient being, you can contribute causes for their future happiness. So if we practice that, then we are practicing immeasurable love. Including to those who abide in the ten Bhumi Bodhisattva's path. We can also generate immeasurable love. You see, dedicating whatever merit that we accumulate, dedicating those 10 Bhumi Bodhisattvas to actualize full enlightenment, as soon as possible. You see, like similar way, how we as a student, disciple, we dedicate our merit to our guru's long life, isn't it? Guru who is one nature with Dhammakaya, enlightened being. Similar way, we can dedicate our practice of imagined love even to those Arya beings and those who are, especially those who are abiding in the nirvana peace, especially the prayer dedications for them to quickly arise from the nirvana peace and abide the altruistic path and actualize, the full enlightenment for the benefit of numberless sentient beings, because they are much more better positioned than us. So they're already in nirvana. So, if they can enlighten faster, sentient beings receive faster benefit. Maybe we may take many years, but for them maybe take few years, just few years, or maybe few moments, So in that way, you cover every being. The reason for saying that, because sometimes people caution, when you talk about dedication of merit, thinking that only to dedicate to the suffering being, not to those who are on the path. So in the practice of this uh, dedication of merit, immeasurable love, compassion, uh, as far as compassion, then you see, so there's a discussion that it need to be clarified. As far as concerned with the cultivation of immeasurable love, then it can be generated to any sentient being, including the 10 Burmese Bodhisattvas. But expression of compassion, if you express a compassion to those who are residing in the nirvana peace, they have no suffering. You see, they have limitations, but they have no suffering. So you can generate compassion for them to free from those limitations, like limitations such as obstruction to omniscience. These are the limitations. That's why they are abiding in the nirvana peace, you see. And the main antidote for them to overcome the obstacle to omniscience, which even the nirvana peace, even this nirvana become obstacle to omniscience. So you can dedicate merit, or you can even generate uh, uh, that this what do you call the compassionate heart for them to free from their limitations and actualize the highest of enlightenment. So like that. As for love, then you dedicate for them to actualize the ultimate enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient beings. So like that. Something like that. Okay. Any question? Anything that it doesn't make sense? Anything that maybe you can add on? Maybe you should say something like, maybe like this. So, yeah. I was squeezing my thinking bit, whatever I just said, because otherwise it's that one line, quite easy to recite. But it is something that we need to, be applicable in our day-to-day life. And just try to fine-tune with that. Any dharma we cannot practice, we cannot apply in our day-to-day life, in the way of life, then it's then it cannot become path, isn't it? So all the teaching has to become path, then only become beneficial. Otherwise, like a dharma in the bookshelf, and we are separate. So you see, any dharma practices has to become path. So that's why this four immeasurable thought. From the very beginning, can we practice? Can this become path from very initial, beginning stage of our practice? Like me, it's a initial stage, beginning stage, because I aspire for bodhicitta, but long way to go. I need to start somewhere. So the four immeasurable practices are the starting point. You see. So now how to integrate? I can practice only meditation? No. Only I'm meditating, I think like that is good enough. That's not good enough. Like as I mentioned before, there's 3 stages that you need to develop. Okay, so maybe we do some question answer better.
Geshe, the example you gave of giving an ice cream to your son.
Oh yes.
I'm having trouble seeing the connection between the motivation and the act. Like for the benefit of all sentient beings, I'm going to give this ice cream to my son.
Yeah.
It seems.
Actually, why not? For the benefit of all sentient beings, I need to take care of my body For the benefit of all sentient beings, therefore I need to eat meal. For the benefit of all sentient beings, therefore I need to exercise. For the benefit of numberless sentient beings, enlightenment, therefore I need to live long. And all these things become altruistic dharma, altruistic virtue. So therefore, similar way, for the benefit of numberless sentient beings, enlightenment, I'm going to buy ice cream for my son, altruistic dharma. Why not?
Why not? Because giving an ice cream to your son, that doesn't seem to be connected with
What's wrong with that?
benefit to all sentient beings.
Oh, no, ice cream is not directly, ice cream is only benefiting your son, yeah. but the merit that you accumulate, the reason that there's a lot of purposes behind the reason you are giving ice cream to your son, that is helping the rest of the numberless sentient beings enlightenment. You see, like our today's session, from very beginning, we generated altruistic motivation. We recited Four Immeasurable thought. Say, may our today's session be the cause of numberless sentient beings enlightenment. For that purpose, we're going to conduct this session. Didn't really say that word this morning, but before the session, but this is what we try to do, what we did roughly. So that makes entire our time here beneficial for all sentient beings. All sentient beings' happiness, all the way up to enlightenment, because we dedicated for that. In case we forgot to motivate at the beginning, at the end, we will do, and we will make sure that we didn't waste our time here. So similar way, not only to your son. If you buy ice cream for yourself, that also, turn into altruistic virtue. You don't eat. You say, I don't eat because I attached to the taste of ice cream. You say, I don't eat ice cream because I hate chili. You see, I don't eat ice cream because I ignore rest of the other foods. I eat ice cream because this is wow. This is really tastes nice. Why not? Nothing wrong by tasting nice, and tasting nice is good because we have this tongue, taste palate. Yeah. Then ice cream, just the design itself, wow, looks very attractive. We have eye senses, why not to have something beautiful to see? Especially during the summertime in Perth. The ice cream is the most attractive one. So you see, so now this that I take all these wonderful things for the benefit of numberless sentient beings' happiness, for the cause of numberless sentient beings' enlightenment. You see, right now, like I say it very easily. It's not much feeling, but if you really mean it, it has a lot of feeling inside. It really makes whole thing so different. The ice cream become like how to say, the theme of your day. It's like the best thing ever happened within that week. If you had only one ice cream in the most sunny day, it's the best thing ever happened, because something like that. You see, like Guru Shakyamuni Buddha's previous life, the Buddhists were great-hearted. Like what you see in the Golden Light Sutra, the chapter 8, I think. The tiger's story. Buddha, the Buddhists were great-hearted, gave the flesh from the thigh to the tigress. While he's giving, he said, now I satisfy your hunger with this flesh. But may we create the connection from here that when I come to turn the wheel of Dharma, may you be the first disciple, and there, I will cause you to actualize liberation. And that act become, that act of giving, meal to tiger, become an altruistic Dharma. And the result was really ripened, and accordingly, when these 5 Brahmins are the reincarnation of the 5 tigers family. And within right after the will turning of Four Noble Truths, they have achieved arhatship. And without any doubt, they have enlightened by now, a long time ago. By then already, So then there are many Bodhisattva stories. Like I shared last session also, like from the some of the Buddha's story. They become king. They become basically there are a lot of story of making charity of limbs, charity of organs, etc. With the altruistic intention, wanting that being to be happy, abide in the happiness, and all those action become altruistic action and expressions of immeasurable love. So similar way we can do that. Yeah. We need to take care of our precious human rebirth, isn't it? Yeah. And one of the reasons is that this precious human rebirth is so meaningful because this can cause enlightenment. This body, can be the perfect base achieving full enlightenment, which is for the benefit of the rest of the numberless sentient beings. So for understanding that, then you take care of your body, become Bodhisattva's conduct, become altruistic Dharma. So before you go to exercise, you say, I'm going for exercise to take care of this precious human rebirth, which for the purpose of rest of the numberless sentient beings benefit. Whole time you exercise becomes so beneficial. So with everything, even a sip of water, you see, that's the whole reason why we pray, try to remind ourselves to transform that act, that ordinary act into altruistic act. So that's why we make offerings, we do blessings, everything. You see, so how to say, even like any act, like even a water bowl offering, if someone just do as a chore, then yeah, it's just one simple chore. But then you do that with the with the immeasurable love, intention, immeasurable love. You want to cause all the sentient beings from temporary happiness up to ultimate happiness. For that reason, I'm going to do water bowl offering. So there are 2 persons. One is just doing the chore, kompa keeping. The another one is doing with the immeasurable love. Same action, but motivation, because of motivation is different, the result is totally different. Yeah. So every single our ordinary activity can turn into altruistic path. Everything. And we are capable to do that because we can at least shape our motivation. So that in that way, nothing is wasting. Nothing. We can be where we are. Don't have to change the way how you look, what you do normally. Do what you like. Of course, don't do the thing that by nature is negative. There are things that which we may like it, but we shouldn't do, and those are the things that is by nature it is negative. Like causing life of sentient being is by nature is negative. Like all those 10 non-virtuous acts are by nature is negative. Whether you carry motivation or not, it is negative. So we should avoid. But most of the things that what we do by nature is not negative. Going to office, job is by nature is not negative. Eating food by nature is not negative. Sleeping by nature is not negative. Just talking with your family by nature is not negative. Singing song is by nature is not negative. Exercise by nature is not negative. Going to the beach by nature is not negative. Serving in the Son River by nature is not negative. Walking in the beautiful bush, fertile bush, by nature is not negative. So, but just just doing those activity without any motivation, then you are unable to take the advantage that which you have capability to do so, and which you can earn a lot of benefit, which is simply by setting motivation. So the easiest is this: for the benefit of numberless sentient beings, temporary happiness up to the ultimate happiness of enlightenment. I go to bushwalk, I go to Sondeva, go for coffee, go for dinner, go for partying, go for dancing, go for, everything become Bodhisattva conduct. But if you don't motivate like that, you went for walk. What's a big deal? Yeah, maybe some exercise. Okay, good, but you can achieve more than that. Like work, everybody working, isn't it? You every day you go to work for the benefit of numberless sentient beings' enlightenment. You get the earning, you get double, earning of merit. That merit will, also help for current earning, and also will accumulate a lot of causes for future. Why you go to earn, they may have there's a beneficial reasons, isn't it? So next time maybe no need to go to job, but you have everything all right, because you have so much merit. Like Lama Tsongkhapa said, those who have merit, all your wishes comes in your way, wishes were fulfilled. The person with the merit, all wishes will come in his way, you see. So maybe by the time you don't want to walk, but then when you maybe you may not get sick at all. I mean, how to say, those require a lot of expenses because you have so much merit, already earned so much merit. But then in case that even you're going to get sick, but then you have help. Everything you get help, you see. So basically all the comforts, even the slightest comfort, what we're experiencing now, also a result of merit. Merit are created from virtue. And the fastest way to create a merit and a largest amount of merit that we can create is through altruistic practices. Altruistic love, altruistic compassion, altruistic, the attitude of bodhicitta, through those motivation. You see, like in the Bodhisattva Charya, and also Adisha, all the Indian great masters, they have cited, they have through their research, after learning Buddha Dharma, then they research in the creation of merit, and they found out that the merit that you accumulate, generation, moment of generation of altruism, if you want to compare in the physical form, let's say, even entire universe you want to fill also cannot, not enough space. That much. Then even giving an example from the Gangish River sand, like Lama Subrahmanyam usually say, Pacific Ocean. The sand, the number of sand grain in the Pacific Ocean. The one moment of attitude of altruism, act that generated from one moment of altruism, the merit you compare in the number much more than the counting of entire Pacific Ocean sand grains. You see, so then also giving a reasoning that if in Bodhisattva that even just wanting, wanting one person's headache to go away, you see, like a compassion, go away. The merit is much more than entire universe filled with wish fulfilling, like diamonds like that, the jewels, and offered to the numberless Buddhas. Then the following verse, saying goes, then what is the caution thereby if you generate wishing to alleviate suffering of numberless sentient beings? So the altruistic intention is all about, whatever way you express either immeasurable love, immeasurable compassion, or the bodhicitta, whatever way that you express, ultimately you are expressing the all sentient beings to be free from oceans of samsaric suffering that it causes, and abide, all the perfected, abide from temporary happiness all the way up to the ultimate happiness of enlightenment. So whatever way, the meaning is that. You see, so every time, whatever we do, go to bed, before go to bed, I'm going to bed for the cause of numberless sentient beings, temporary happiness up to the ultimate happiness, enlightenment. You genuinely mean it, because now you really mean it, because even though you have not gained the experiential impact of what it means, or you may not even have a much kind of logical reasons, but at least that you have read these valid scriptures, like Buddhist Charya, like that, then you gain full conviction in that teaching, and you just settle your heart in that, and you express. Then you go to bed, entire your sleep become Bodhisattva's conduct, and literally become cause of numberless sentient beings' happiness, and unexhaustible happiness, unexhaustible cause for ultimate happiness. You see, so like in the again in Bodhisattva Charya, like by Nagarjuna, all the pandits have emphasized the merit that committed from altruism is like a wish granting tree that provide unexhaustible fruits. That merit that you accumulate without the motivation of altruism, then it's like a plantain tree, like a banana tree, one fruit then finish. So given like that kind of examples, you see, so in one way it's actually very easy to practice. The one element that we need to actualize is either with really using common sense. It makes sense. Common sense, it works that way. Yes, through calculation. Then you're totally settling, totally, genuinely, you believing in it. Then expressing it, and that expression even maybe just a word, but still you mean it. Like a refuge prayer. I go for refuge in Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha. I go for refuge in Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha. We are so used to it until that we sometimes hardly think, we just chant. But we already convinced about the precept of the refuge. We really trusted, Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha. You see, already learn about it. Now you express it, you're really refreshing, even just simply by reciting. You see, so similar goes to bodhicitta. So that way it become very easy to practice, very easy to practice. Just set the motivation. Then whole day hang around in Perth bush. So meaningful. Whole day from I don't know where you start the Son River to the last near the ocean. You what you call this? Surfing with bodhicitta motivation. So meaningful. Yeah. So like that. Okay. Any other question? Otherwise we can stop. Seems like we're going to have a good rain. It makes sense? You sure? You sure? How about our brother? Are you convinced your ice cream?
Yes, may bring joy to numberless and
Yes. Another thing is that when you see, when the little son get the ice cream, the joy, you will see the joy, and that joy you dedicate to the rest of the numberless. May rest of the numberless sentient beings also experience the joy that my son experienced in it. That also become a altruistic virtue. You see, the only problem with us is we forget to do that. It's quite simple, but we all the time forget because we are too used with the sensual distraction. So then we still feel happy, but we forget about the altruistic part. That we miss a lot of good opportunities. There's a lot of happy time, sometimes so hungry, suddenly get, dal and rice, was so happy. And right there, actually, you can benefit all sentient beings, but for God, you just enjoy after finish. then something exciting thing come up, then enjoy. After that, the day finish, and that precious human life, that whole day is wasted. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So so we dedicate in altruism. Yeah. So any virtues, merits that we accumulated individually, collectively, in particular in this session, and all the merits and virtue accumulated by past, present, future, Buddhas, gurus, all this be cause of numberless sentient beings, temporary happiness up to the ultimate happiness of enlightenment. May this collective merit be complete cause to pacify this pandemic around the world, may actualize, effective cure, and dedicate this collective merit, be complete cause all the frontliners like doctors, nurses, any caretakers, whether it's in hospital, whether it's in the family, in house, wherever they may be. May they always enjoy good health, long life, have all the financial conditions and all the protections so that they can able to take care of those needy patients. May this collective merit be complete cause for all the world leaders, leaders of the institutions, organizations, leaders of the family, and yourself who lead your life. Be free from negative emotions and filled with full of love, immeasurable compassion, then selfless wisdom, so that anyone under their leadership can able to enjoy peace and happiness and virtue. May this quality merit be complete cause, all those who are cause of peace and happiness of the world, like His Holiness Dalai Lama, Gyamchen Lama Subarimpoche, all the other spiritual gurus, all the people who are cause of world peace, and yourself and your family members always enjoy good health, long life, and fulfill all your aspirations accordingly. May this collective merit be complete cause. It's anyone that who passed away, in particular in last 49 days, be free from suffering of death, suffering intermediate state, suffering of rebirth, and actualize higher rebirth. Right there, they meet perfect mind guru, and within that lifetime, actualize state of full enlightenment. May this collective merit be complete cause. Anyone that who requests prayers from our gurus, who requests prayers from me, who requests prayers from you, or even people didn't request prayers, but you know that someone needs your prayer support. Like could be animals, could be anybody, your neighbors, anyone who are going through problems, sufferings. May this collective merit be complete cause for them to actualize all their wishes, free from all the obstacles in life. May this collective merit be complete cause for all the virtuous institutions like nunneries, monasteries, all the Dharma centers, and all the PMT centers in Australia, like such as Hayagriva, Hospice of Mother Tara, and Broome, the study group, all free from inner outer secret obstacles and actualize all the conducive conditions so that the centers can able to preserve the Dharma perfectly in extensive learning and practices in realization on the path, and accordingly with our gurus, visions. May this quality merit be complete cause for each and every one of us, able to practice, the four immeasurable thoughts and realize the realization and bring about, actualizing bodhicitta, and without delaying, able to, become Buddha for the benefit of numberless sentient beings. Gyawa de nyudo dalama sanje drupyo ne drowa chi gyama leba de sala go barai jo chanjo semjo rimboje maje banam che yoje gyawa nyamba meba Pewarai jo donye dawa rimboje maje panam je yoje gyawa nyamba meba yang gone gondo pewarai jo rimye dawa rimboje maje panam je yoje gyawa nyamba meba Kone gondo pewarai sho kanri rawe kowe shingam de pendan dewa male chowen chere sewa tenzin gyazo ye shabe sete bado ten juro je tupzo chanshin jangwen gyawe den zenjon pewe kunze dobo je chozon kowe leme turub dazo de je gundo shabden. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, Tujiche. Sorry for my mumbling. I also didn't really understand what I said. Thank you. Good night. Thank you. Take care. Thank you. Thank you. Good night. Very much.